back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. Today I'm here to talk to you all about diamond painting storage. Now, if you're like me and somewhat of a storage connoisseur, if you will, you might have a lot of storage options. And I actually got a comment the other day of somebody who said something along the lines of, you know, the less storage you have, the less you have to kit down, because having so many storage options allows me to just let the kits build up until last night, which for me was Monday. I was sitting here at my desk kitting down like 8 or 9 diamond paintings. So I'm not saying have all this storage. I'm just saying these are the options. And I don't even have everything. There have been some different types of storage containers that have come out on Amazon recently that I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, and I forgot to grab something. I have another one that I forgot to grab. Let's add it to the file. There are a lot of other types of kits, storage kits out there that I would like to try, but this is what I have. This works for me. This already takes up enough room. I don't know if I need anything else. So let's just take a look. I will kind of let you guys know what works for me, what doesn't work for me, some of my favorites, and maybe you'll find a new type of storage container that you would like to try. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have these little fabric bins that go on the top of my spare room closet, and they're just full of different types of storage. So let's start with these so I can kind of make a little bit of room on my desk. Now, the first ones that I have to show you guys are actually my first ever storage containers, and I feel like a lot of diamond painters start here. So these are from Amazon. I will go ahead and make a storage kind of like storefront on my Amazon storefront so you can find everything quickly. I am fairly certain everything I have here I purchased from Amazon except for one type of storage system, which I'll show you guys in a moment. But these are the little 4-piece connected storage containers. I actually use these a lot. I use them a lot more than I thought I would once I really got into storage. But I like to kit up my mini dazzles in them. If you watched my most recent mini dazzle kitting up for 2 of the kits that I took on vacation, I used a set of this storage system for each mini dazzle set. That's a lot of times to say set. I don't know what's happening. But I really still enjoy these containers. Now, obviously, as I started working on bigger kits with more colors or just a more volume of a color, these kind of didn't work for me as much. I will occasionally still use these on larger kits. I will just use 2 or 3 depending on how many colors. I like to travel with these. I feel like they're pretty secure and they don't take up a ton of room. So I do appreciate that, but definitely let me know, were these your first type of storage containers? Because I feel like a lot of us are in the same boat. Something else that I picked up very early on was this tiny little set of screw top containers. I do not use this anymore. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. There's only 15 containers in here, and I don't work on a lot of really small kits anymore. And even some of the small diamond paintings I feel like come with a ton of colors. So I haven't busted these out in a while. Also, I used these before I figured out the washi tape trick. So they're just full of sticky residue. So yeah, I don't use them. I'm sure if I had a kit that they would fit, I probably would. Maybe I have a mini dazzle set that I could bust this one out for. I feel bad for it. It sits all by itself at the top of the closet pretty much all the time. I cannot remember the last time I used that system. Another favorite from Amazon are these 1x1 like pop-up containers. So if you push the sides the lid pops open. I like these quite a bit. They're very deceiving. They hold a ton of drills. I remember, I feel like I found these from Lindsay at Emeralds and Fairy Lights. I feel like she kind of was the first one that I saw using these consistently. And I was kind of like, are those gonna work well? Like, are they sturdy enough? Surprisingly, they are. And like I said, they hold a ton of drills. I believe I got mine in a 3-pack. I do have the other containers somewhere. You will see that not all of my things are full because I do like to interchange containers, and I put them in places and then I never put them back until I need them. So kitting down is enough of a battle, okay? I don't need to be trying to put all these containers back together. These are definitely a favorite. I enjoy using these. I use them quite frequently. I think I last used these on Summer Nights by Hannah Lynn from Diamond Art Club. Oftentimes I will use 2 at once. Just kind of works out the best that way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24, 26, 28. So there are 28 containers per little snappy thing here. So usually I will have to use at least 2 of them. But if you haven't tried these, I do recommend giving them a go. Another favorite of mine is the Harbor Freight containers. Now I have 4 of these. You can see that 2 of them are full, 2 of them are not. I have the other containers elsewhere. I like to use these sideways. They actually come to you with the little snap lid facing out. I like to put mine on my side because then I can add 3 more, and if I'm feeling fancy, I can sometimes squeeze in a couple on the left side as well. So it just makes them hold a little bit more. I use these all the time. If I am in the mood for like a brainless kitting up, these are what I use because they hold a ton of drills. I'm not like battling to find out which bags will fit in which container. These are just so easy. Now, from what I've heard, these are discontinued, which is heartbreaking. Truly, like, it's so dramatic, but it's so true. I have not looked for an alternative, so if any of you guys who love the Harbor Freight containers have found something similar elsewhere, please let us know in the comments, and I will do my best to find it and link it for everybody. But I love the Harbor Freights. Now, I don't know if they came out with like an alternative. You know, surprisingly, Steven and his dad go to Harbor Freight all the time, but shockingly, I don't go with them. I actually ordered these online and I got a delivery from Harbor Freight years ago. I've had these for years now. And Steven was like, why do you have a package from Harbor Freight? And I was like, oh yeah, they're diamond painting containers. And he was so confused by that. But anyway, that's this bin. Definitely enjoy all of these that I just mentioned. Now I don't remember, did I have it like this? I guess. I don't know. Anyway, there's that one. In our second container, this is a little bit of a mixed bag here. So all of these little single strip containers, we have 5 spots. I got all of these over time from Distracted by Diamonds. I don't know if they still do, but they used to send out a container with each kit. And I never used them. I'm like, what am I gonna do with, how many do I have? 3, 6, 7. What am I gonna do with these? Like, they're single individuals. It's nice, like I like them. I'm grateful to have them, but I've never used them in this capacity because I like to have something to corral my containers in. So just having these laying around is like ammunition for Luna to just have a field day. So haven't found a use for these yet. Honestly, I feel like I should put them with my beading stuff because I feel like I could find a little bit more of a use for these. I wouldn't be using them like as frequently, but then again, I don't use them at all. So I don't know. I'll figure something out to do with these. I'm sure I can use them in a different craft, but I have them. They live with my diamond painting stuff. Cannot give you an actual review because I have never used them. I will say that the closure seems pretty legit on these, so that's nice. I guess I could use them like when I add special drills to a kit. I could maybe I'll start doing that. I don't know. Let me know if you have any ideas down below. Next up, I have some empty containers. These house all of my square Tic Tac containers. You can see them here, which I actually keep in a box because I use these for a different storage system, which you will see in a moment. I don't actually use them in these clear plastic containers. However, I do like to keep the containers around in the event that I am traveling somewhere and I have my other system kitted up. So I know that's a little bit vague, but you'll see what I mean in a moment. But I love these. These are another system that I feel like are very deceiving. Like this can hold a huge bag of drills from Diamond Art Club. It doesn't look like it, but it really can hold things well. If you want to see these in action, I actually kitted up with these on Monday for my next project. So if you want to see actually these in use, definitely check out that video. But I have a ton of these. I think I have a total of 4 or 5 sets of these. They're kind of everywhere, but I try to keep most of them in this box. Also in here is this storage system, which now that I'm thinking of it, this was not from Amazon. I believe I got this from Michael's, if I'm not mistaken. I do not like, I don't like this at all. It is made by the brand Beadsmith, if I'm remembering correctly. And honestly, that kind of blows my mind because these do not close all the way. I know that not all beads are super small, but I know people bead with some really, really tiny beads and they would definitely fall through the top here. I've had that problem with diamond drills and they just, I don't know. It's fine. It's just definitely not a favorite storage solution for me. These really big ones hold a ton of drills. This did come with a spoon. I just don't know where that spoon could be at this time. It's just, I don't know. This just isn't a favorite. I wouldn't recommend. I know some people use this system and they love it. Maybe I just got kind of like a crappy one, but I don't know if you guys can see. Like this is just, there is just a gap. Drills just quite literally fall right through that. So not a favorite. It's a pass for me. I keep it in the event that, you know, I'm totally out of storage and I want to kit something up, but this is definitely the bottom of the list for me. Next, I have 2 of these plastic containers with the round screw top drills. These have not held up well. The actual clips on this are completely gone. They just snapped right off. So I actually don't use this system very often, but I like to keep the bottles because they fit in ArtDot containers. So if I break a drill or something like that, not break a drill, if I break a container or something like that, I have extras that I can put in there. I do have one of these that is still in working order with the snap lid, but I can't really travel with this, so I'll use it if I have to. I don't mind them. The regular round screw top containers just aren't my favorite. I find that they don't hold as many drills as I wish they did. So there's that one. And then the last thing in this container is another set of round, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 49. I might not have counted that right. But this is one of the little zipper suitcase style sets. And again, it just has the round containers. It's fine. I think I've probably got my point across that this just isn't my preferred method to kit up in. I don't love the screw top containers. I do love these type of suitcase options though. You can see there's drills under there. I do love having the zipper pouch. I like that your drills are protected. It's just not something that I gravitate towards. So let me go ahead and get this container here packed back up and I'll be right back. All right, next up I have some trays from ArtDot. Now this is a set of 15. I have done an unboxing and everything on this particular set, and these are the large and small. If I can get this open. It has the regular tray, and then it has like the grid for multi-placing. I am going to be honest with you guys, I have not used these yet. I actually just unboxed a couple of kits from ArtDot, and they send more of these in their toolkit, which is amazing. I mean, like you get 1 large and 2 small in their toolkit. So I feel like I'm a little bit closer to being able to use these on an actual diamond painting. The whole thing with this is they are supposed to be storage trays and diamond painting trays. So you can kit up and you can just use them as your tray. But I found that a set of 15 just wasn't enough for me personally. So now that I have a few more, maybe I'll be able to use these soon and give you guys a full review. But I have them, so I wanted to share them with you. And I don't know, I don't have a full, apologies for not having a full review on these ones for you guys. I forgot that I had a hard time opening these, but I don't remember why. Anyway, review coming soon. I will definitely make that a priority, but again, I have them in my collection, so I did want to share them. Let's do some of my like not so favorites first. I have this set from Forever Young, and I also have the same thing in their 15-piece set. I know that they have upgraded this since I purchased mine. They now come with like a shelf system, I think. These just don't work for me as trays. I enjoy them as storage, but because I don't have the system that I can like just pull from, I have to pull out of the entire box, and I can't see this if it's laying flat when I'm diamond painting. So I either have to have it on its side or standing up vertically. And that means that all the other containers just move around too much. So I don't love this system. I know some people absolutely love it, and that's awesome. It just doesn't work for me. I would like to find a way to store them while I'm using them. So continue using them as containers while using my own tray. I just haven't figured out the best thing to use yet. I know some of you said that I could use like a plastic cell phone holder type container thing, like they use in classrooms. I just haven't picked one up yet, but I will definitely give that a try at some point. I do love Forever Young. These ones are just a little bit of a miss for me personally. I do have another set of round screw top containers right here. This is another set from ArtDot. Again, these are fine. They work well. I know they're very popular. This just is not my preferred method to kit up. I will use it though if I know I have a kit that's like right around 60 colors. I do tend to gravitate towards this one because I know I can have everything in one container as I drop it. Sorry guys. Kind of along the same vein, I have another one of these suitcases, but these containers are different. These ones are kind of similar to the Harbor Freights. They just don't have like the clicking latch, like the fold over latch. These work really well. I wish I had bought the larger set. I got the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, the 30-piece set. And it's just, I don't do a lot of kits that only have 30 colors. So I do wish that I had gotten the larger set. And at some point I do plan to do so because I enjoy working with these. It holds a ton of drills. This is another kind of like mindless system to me that I can just kit up in and not have to worry about. So hopefully I can at some point pick up the larger set. I don't want another one of these suitcases. I want to get the one that holds 2 of these trays, just because it'll be so much easier to work with. So there's that one. Then we have the Craftmate Lockables, which I do have another one of these. I just didn't pull down the duplicates of the bigger sets. This is currently kitted up with Lighthouse Harbor, which I have not done a post review on just yet. Excuse me. This one works well. It's definitely not a favorite. I find by the end of working with these storage containers, I'm over it and I don't work with them for a little while. It's like I have to forget about it before I grab them again. I do have a hard time sometimes with the labels coming off as you're kind of like pushing things in and out. I also don't like that I have to pull the whole thing out and hope that I haven't messed up on the closed lids, and then I dump everything out and everything's a mess. The locking mechanism does work well. If you haven't seen these before, you push this little button here and you open which container you want, and then you let the button go and nothing else opens. So if you guys can see, nothing else opens when this is pushed out. So they definitely work. I like them. I think they hold 54 colors, if I'm not mistaken. I do just find that to be a little bit of a weird number and not something I can always work with either. So I have 2 of these. They do get used. They're just not an all-time favorite. And then I have this setup, which is the one I was talking about earlier. This is a 6-tiered wooden stamp storage set from Joann, which we all know Joann's is closed, which is so sad. I have not found a replacement for this system just yet. I do have 2 of these the wooden things, and I like to use the square Tic Tac containers. These, I think I can fit like 72 or something. So for my larger kits, it's perfect because these containers fit so many drills. Which, when I mentioned before, I keep the plastic containers in case I'm going somewhere. So for example, next weekend when we go away for Labor Day, I will put all of these containers into the plastic containers to travel with, because I'm not going to travel like this. But if I'm just home diamond painting, this is definitely one of my preferred ways to kit up, and it's just so easy. It's mindless to put all these drills in here. There is something to be said about having uniform sized containers as long as they're big enough, which we'll get into in a moment. Because it just makes kitting up so much easier. You're not trying to decide which size bag will fit where. So I definitely do love this system. I know some people use acrylic shelves with these containers. I've never used the acrylic version, so if somebody has something to recommend, feel free to do that in the comments down below. But yeah, I do love this system. And like I mentioned, my kitting up from Monday is this one. So if you want to see me kit up using these containers, you can definitely check that video out. Okay, last storage system, at least as far as I know, are the Elizabeth Wards. These are a favorite, not just amongst myself, but amongst the entire community. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 trays, and then I have a bunch of extra containers. I bought myself, I think, 2 sets, 2 or 3, maybe 3. And then I had a wonderful subscriber who sent me her containers. They didn't work for her anymore, I think. I can't remember. It's been like a year at this point. But that was such an amazing thing to be gifted. And I'm so grateful. I have boxes of these extra containers. It was crazy. I got this package and I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many. So that allows me to have many things kitted up at one time, because this is definitely still my favorite way to kit up a diamond painting. Now, I know I've kind of been mentioning like it can be annoying when you're trying to figure out which drills go where, but for myself, and I'm sure a lot of you, the longer you diamond paint, you kind of know what size a drill bag is. So at this point, I can pretty much eyeball what fits where. The puzzle for me is trying to get everything into one tray. Obviously, kits that I have like a huge number of drills, like 80, that's not going to happen. But if I have like 60, I want to fit into one tray. And sometimes I do. Sometimes I win and I get very excited in my kitten chats. So I love this system. I know there are a ton of dupes. Don't be ashamed to buy them the off-brand. I have seen people who use the off-brand. They look exactly the same. I was fortunate enough to come into the Elizabeth Ward containers when you could still get them for like $10 on Amazon. And then people were saying it was going out of business, so the prices were going up, 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 up. I probably would also have the off-brand if I was paying the price that they charge for these now. I will say, a couple of you have sent me information on how to buy the half sets. I talked about it in a video, and I haven't ordered any yet, but I definitely have them in the back of my mind. So hopefully I can order some of the half size ones. I just feel like they would be helpful to have if I have a little bit of overflow, or I'm working on a mini dazzle or a snack kit. I can use like the half size. So that's gonna do it. Those are all my storage options. Trying to think, do I have any hiding? I don't think so. I think that's everything. I would love to know what your guys' favorite storage system is in the comments down below. So make sure you let us know if there's something we haven't tried yet. I'm sure myself and many others will take a look at whatever you guys recommend. Really quickly before I end this video, this is my first real-time filming of a video since I opened channel memberships. Now, I did post on the community tab, and I know that not everybody loves to hear the channel membership thing be mentioned, but it's something that I've been thinking about for quite a while now, and I finally pulled the plug. I decided to start. I have 2 tiers. I have the Friends tier for $2.99, and I have the Besties tier for $4.99. In the Friends tier, you will get custom channel emotes, so emojis. You will get a channel member badge. Those are both otter themed. You guys know I love otters. You will also get member shout outs. You will get exclusive member polls. And then if you join the Besties tier for $4.99, I have started weekly vlogging. So I have one little introductory video up where I do a face reveal. So if you want to see what I look like, sorry, I'm going to put that behind a paywall. And I have started weekly vlogging. So I am filming this week, and it will go up on Sunday. If you're interested in a weekly vlog from me and my very exciting life, then definitely check out channel memberships. I do just want to assure those of you who maybe are upset about that, or you're worried that things are going to change, nothing is changing on my channel. My videos will stay the same. You will get my unboxings, you will get kitten chats and whipping chats, you will have everything else that I have on my channel. The memberships will just add a little something extra. So if you cannot afford to pay for a membership, I totally understand. I would never hold that against anybody. Nothing is changing. My videos will stay the same. It's just a little incentive if you want to help me out a little bit, if you want to get to know me behind the scenes. There will be some real life things. There will be some stuff with Steven. He's pretty excited about the members only vlogs, because there are times where he wants to come in and say hi to you guys, but he doesn't know if it's like an appropriate time. So now he's like, oh, I'll just tune into the members only vlogs. You'll still see him. He is scheduled for a regular video later this month. So Steven is not going behind a paywall, but he will just be a little bit more involved, because the vlogs will be behind the scenes. It'll be my real life, you know, what I do at work and all that fun stuff. So if you're interested, I will have a link in my description. No pressure whatsoever. I totally understand if you either are not comfortable with or are not able to sign up for a membership. I just wanted to put it out there. I made the final decision very quickly on Monday evening, and I had already posted my kitten chat for Monday and my small shop spotlight for Tuesday. So sorry to put it at the end of this video, but I did want to just let you guys know. So that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my collection of storage. It's my ever-growing collection of storage. I do love storage containers. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I do have a ton of birthdays to catch up on. I have actually written them all down on a sticky note so I can add them to the calendar, and I will catch up on all birthdays in Monday's whip and chat. So definitely stay tuned. Happy birthday if you've had one that I have missed. Birthday shout outs are not changing. You do not have to be a member for a birthday shout out. So if you have an August birthday coming up, please definitely leave it in the comments so I can add you to the list. I will finally end. I've said goodbye now like 3 times, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.